As the village slowly comes to life, Justin gets the first look at the materials crammed into 2 shipping containers. He's budgeted 3 days to unload everything, by hand. The big question, will he get any help from the villagers? And here is the answer. This is Bush Africa's version of radio. It's a call for every able-bodied to come and help. For the village, this barge doesn't just contain a new medical clinic. This is a barge full of hope. Piece by piece, wall by wall, hope arrives in Old Fangak.
It's pretty special. It's been a long time and we're doing it.
Like we've been talking about it for so long and planning for it for so long, but actually seeing it happen and actually tossing building pieces off the barge was really pretty incredible. Really actually seeing something tangible coming together, and it was really awesome to see the village's reaction to it, because all they've seen so far is just us putting these big black poles in the ground. And so I think actually seeing like pieces of walls and everything was really just, it was kind of that confirmation that everybody needed to see that there actually is something going on here.
How long did it take to unload the containers? 6 hours. All the while, Jill and most of the Alaskan medical team are at work in the clinic. This young boy is terminally ill, and they're not sure what is attacking him. Jill encourages him to eat. Without food, the sick won't get well, and that's another problem. There is often no food for those who need it most.
So if you come to a place and there's no food, then in fact you don't get your health care, because you can't even stay 1 to 2 days to see if you will get improvement with the medical care, for me to follow up and suggest different options. It's a big deal to have food available. And many of the people who live in Old Fangak, of course, have to feed so many relatives coming in when they come into treatment. Now during hunger gap season, which is the time between when the food runs out and the harvest comes in, I think that's sort of a sanitized word. Many of us call it famine. But during that season, people then walk from here to the villages to try to get food wherever there happened to be a harvest in the past year. So during this season, people are walking, looking for food with various relatives or clan members. But around Old Fangak, of course, the food has sort of disappeared.
When asked where help was most needed, the government of southern Sudan replied, "You are already there." This part of Sudan is a forgotten quadrant. It's too far from supplies, too far from everything. No clean water, no roads, no infrastructure. And when the help comes from a faraway place like Alaska, they are grateful. The village celebrated and said thank you by killing a bull. And while the food was prepared, villagers gathered to thank the people of Alaska and to talk about their future.
We do thank you so much for the Alaska people who bring the hospital in Old Fangak.
It went on till dark, and then it was Justin's turn.
I want to thank all of you for your friendship and your help. And as you can see, this is going to be a big project, and it'll take a long time.
Chakul went at an anagam. Attack a lermidin, which I know, Kebarnam in Maya Bermajo, Banong, or Babeler Kaye. Jawacha Wookin Medit, Janang of Banong.
Old Fangak has one working water well. That's one more than most other villages in the region. Many who live here drink unpurified river water. Water also used for household chores, bathing, and by livestock. It's not clean, and it's one reason most of the villagers suffer from acute diarrhea and other intestinal disorders. The Alaska-Sudan Medical Project intends to dig 3 more wells in Old Fangak. Vaccinations are another part of the mission. 2 trips were made to remote villages to vaccinate children. One group journeyed by boat, then by foot, and finally in a dugout canoe to reach the village of Toch. They came in trickles, but eventually nearly all the children of this village were vaccinated for common childhood diseases. Thousands more children living along the river system still need basic vaccinations.
Many children are dying because there's no immunization. Because measles every year are outbreak in this area.
Don't twist it now because it doesn't have enough room.
Back in Old Fangak, dentist Mike Remillard is teaching Francis basic dentistry.
And then back out. There you go.
Francis is a quick learner.
2 sides. That's very good. Very good. Yeah.
The guy has a brain like a sponge. He just takes in everything that I have taught him, and he's got great hands. He's careful in his work. He's removed wisdom teeth completely on his own. He's gone after broken root tips.
Mike also taught other skills while in Old Fangak. This is perhaps the first ever game of ultimate frisbee in southern Sudan. Toys are not part of their lives, or at least they weren't. The kids were quick to learn juggling as well. While the intent is to build a medical clinic, Alaskan volunteers like Mike and like Casey Harmon share something you can't measure. But this is as much a part of the building project as any structure. Southern Sudan, and in particular the Nuer along the River Nile, need help. They need hope. That's why Jill is here, and why she returns every year. For her, it's a simple choice.
All of us are people, you know. You're people, the people that live here are people, I'm people, we're all people. That's why I'm here.